Hi, I'm Samantha, and I want to start by saying something important. I see you. I see the late nights you've spent perfecting your resume. I see the disappointment when another application disappears into the void. I see the self-doubt creeping in, making you question your worth and your qualifications. And I want you to know that every single feeling you're experiencing is valid and shared by millions of talented professionals just like you. The job market can feel impersonal and discouraging, but your career story deserves to be told in a way that captures attention and opens doors. That's exactly what Resume Flow does. We take your unique experiences, skills, and aspirations and craft them into a compelling narrative that employers can't ignore. You're not just looking for any job. You're looking for the right opportunity that recognizes your value and propels your career forward. With Resume Flow's AI-powered insights and optimization tools, we're going to make sure that opportunity finds you. Your breakthrough moment is closer than you think. Let's create it together.
Spartans! What is your profession?
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words. We're all out of time. Truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
We're standing in the wreckage of a broken vow. The silence louder than the shouting somehow. The clock hands spinning, but the moment won't bend. We're out of beginnings, this feels like the end.
Burn the bridge and watched it glow. No turning back, the winds won't blow. The silence thick, it fills the air. We're stranded here, but I don't care. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
Promises are fragile like glass in a storm. You dropped it again, it's become the norm. Every excuse is a thread you can't sew. The seams are bursting, it's time to let go.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine. You held the cards, but dropped them all. A house of lies began to fall. Promises made, but none were true. I gave my all, but not to you. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
We'll drift apart like leaves in streams, chasing shadows, chasing dreams. No map to guide, no stars to see, just echoes left of you and me.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing tonight? Let me get this up over here so we can have I want to look at you guys. I want to look at you guys. Let's go and do this. And we're going to go to, boom, there we go. Perfect. All right. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone is doing well. I am Tech Barbarians. We are engineered to win. Tonight is Thursday, October 16th, 2025. We're almost at the end of the year. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Let me get one more thing up here. Let me get my comments up and running. Let's go to auto find and activate. Boom, there we go. We are not that one. Where's my YouTube? There we go. Activate selected. Cool. We should be. Let me make sure that I can see my chat messages. We got Junior already in the house. Let me see. Testing. Do we show up over here? Yes. Okay. Got it. So I will be able to get any new messages in the chat. All right. How is everyone doing tonight? I am doing well. I had a very, very busy day. Tons of issues that we were trying to resolve. T-ball practice, all kinds of things, but we are here. We're in the building. We are here to work like we always do around this time. Tonight's goal is to get the waitlist emails sending. So when you sign up for the waitlist, you get sent an email, and then when you get accepted to join the program, when you get accepted, you get an email that says, hey, here's your code. So I want to try that all out, because my goal is to have the waitlist pretty much up and available by Saturday. So that's my goal. So that's what we're going to be aiming towards tonight. We'll see how that goes. We shall see how that goes. But either way, I want Saturday to be the day that we are going to be making the waitlist available to sign up for. I already have my domain name set up, my subdomain name set up. So that's what we're going to be working towards. We have some good break time conversations. We have a pretty good icebreaker as well, because I figured something out that was absolutely amazing, that I think it's going to add a lot of value, a lot of benefit to all the stuff that we do in the Patreon. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so that's our plan. We have great, like I said, great articles to cover, during our breaks. So let's get started. I want to start off by taking care of a little bit of housekeeping. I want to say a big thank you and shout out and salute to all of the channel members, to everyone who subscribed to the channel, wherever you are tuning in from. Although tonight we're only streaming on YouTube, because I'm still working out some kinks and checking out the strength of the internet, stuff like that. So hopefully next week we'll be back onto all of our regularly scheduled platforms, all of that stuff, right? So, but I want to say a big thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel, those who are brand spanking new, and those who have been with us for a very long time. I just got to say that I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you.
And I also got some more sound effects working, and I added this one. Do you remember what movie this is from? If you remember, put in the chat what movie this is from. All right? Regardless. So, we have, all right, so shout out to everyone. Okay, Patreon members. I want to give a big salute to all of my tech barbarians, those that work day in and day out, those that I work with one-on-one, always working hard, studying, building applications, trying to maneuver the industry. We are the best. We are the best. We are the best. And I got to give a big shout out to my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube channel members who are always supporting the channel, who are, oh my God, not the sound effects again. Hold on. Thank you, Junior. Let me see if I can get this to, every time I seem to unplug it, it just goes off. I gotta add to my list to check this, because I don't know why it always, let me see. Let me do a check real quick. Did you hear that? How'd that come through? That should have came through pretty good because I just saw it on the sound system. So basically, I need to make a note to recapture the Stream Deck every time that we open the app. All right, so little things. All right. So shout out to my tech mercenaries, those are the YouTube channel members who support the channel, who allow this content to get across the entire world, the entire globe. So shout out to you guys. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Upcoming things, upcoming shows. Tomorrow we are going to be premiering the Bug Bite. The Bug Bite. We're gonna be talking about a Samsung. They just lost a lawsuit, $445 million. You got to pay out. So that's gonna be tomorrow. The Bug Bite, noon Eastern time. Then on Saturday, 2 p.m. available to everyone. I'm doing a software testing and troubleshooting workshop where you can join us in on Google Meet and which I'll be showing you in the icebreaker. I'll also be streaming the Google Meet to Patreon Live. So you can join the Meet or you can watch in the Patreon Live for free. You just gotta join just sign up for the Patreon for free and you'll be able to watch it. But it's basically going to be geared towards my tech barbarians because a lot of them are doing software testing. So I want to show them how to approach finding issues, troubleshooting them, reporting them, because they're at different levels. So I really want to work with them on that. But I'm making it available for anyone to be able to join and participate. Or you can also join the Patreon chat. And you can go from there, right? So that's the plan for this coming Saturday, 2 p.m. Probably go up to like maybe 2 to 4 ish. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Like I said, it is free for everyone. You just have to be a member of the Tech Coach Patreon, any tier, free tier, whatever. Just gotta be a member, and you can participate and have a great time. All right. And then we're going to be live on Sunday as well for our regularly scheduled DevOps type stuff, which I have to double check what we're doing on Sunday. I don't remember right now, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Right. We'll get there. Whatever we did last Sunday, we're going to continue it this coming Sunday. Okay. So that is what we have upcoming. I already mentioned on Saturday, we have the Vibe Code and Chill. It's going to be specifically geared for a software testing workshop. So if you're not that familiar in tech, but you're looking to you're building software, but you don't really know how to test it, then you want to join as well so you can get some insight. You can know how to navigate your app to make sure things are working well, things are on the up and up. All right. So with that being said, let me check the chat and then we'll get into our icebreaker. Then we get to work, then we get to break time, all that good stuff. You know how we do. You know how we do. All right. So we got my guy first and foremost in the building. My guy Junior says, what's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? And Junior says, I figured T-Ball had something to do with the time shift. Yep. It's from like 6 to 7. So by the time I get home, get ready for the show, all that good stuff, it's time creeps up on me. So, but we're here. We are here because we do not miss. All right, we don't miss. We don't miss. Let's go. I got Bearded Ruckus in the building. What's up, Bearded Ruckus? Long time no talk. Hopefully everything is going well with you. Bearded Ruckus says, have you used Lumo AI Assistant from Proton? Looks interesting since Proton is big on privacy. I have not used Lumo AI Assistant. But let's look it up right now. Let's take a quick look at Lumo AI Assistant. Lumo AI Assistant. And we go over right here. What is Lumo AI Assistant? So Lumo AI Assistant, privacy first AI assistant where chats stay confidential. Meet Lumo, the zero access encrypted AI assistant by Proton. It does not track or record conversations. Ask me anything. It is confidential. Interesting. I have not used that. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to add that to my list. Why is my face cut off? What is going on over here? Why is my face cut off like that? Let me see something. Let's see if we go. Oh, I didn't know that would happen. Okay, well, I guess I learned something. If I extend the browser, then it's going to extend the. Okay, fair enough. We got it now. We got it. All right, cool. So now that I know. All right, so I will put it on my list of things to review. Maybe it's a software exploration to see what is behind this, and if it's something that we should give it a try. Maybe we'll give it a try. Maybe I'll sign up and try it out. But thank you for letting me know about that. Let me see. Thank you for the heads up with the sound effects. Got that taken care of. Let me see. 400 million loss from Samsung sounds like a bad child support case. It does. It really does. All right. We are, oh my goodness. Stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the show. I got that sound effect working now too. We got KG609 in the building. Says, what's up, TCR and good folks in the chat? What's good with you, KG609? Hopefully you are doing well. It is always great and a pleasure to catch up with you. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right. We're going to get into our icebreaker for tonight. Let's go to boom. So here's the deal, right? Patreon, they introduced the ability to live stream directly in the Patreon. So before, when you wanted to do a live stream in the Patreon, you would have to basically use a YouTube link or maybe a Vimeo link if Vimeo can do it, but you'd have to do a YouTube unlisted stream and then post a link in the Patreon. But then recently they introduced where you can the same way you could stream to YouTube, you can stream directly into Patreon. So basically I could have this stream also going into Patreon if I wanted to. So I tried it out the other day on Saturday and it worked fine. Well, no, it did not work fine because there was a lot of issues with it. And then after it was done being recorded, it didn't transfer over correctly and I lost the video on Patreon and I didn't record it locally. So that's my bad for that. But so I still have to test it out some more, right? However, one of the issues that I have when I do my vibe coding shows, I do it through Google Meet so people can actually join the meeting, we can talk and we can collaborate and stuff like that. So I had a desire to be able to do the vibe coding show in Google Meet, and now Google Meet is able to live stream, but only to YouTube, right? Not what I wanted, because I want to have like the live stream happening so people can have like the way we're gonna do it this weekend, right? Basically this weekend we're gonna have Google Meet where anyone can join that call, but also if you just want to watch and not join a Google Meet, you can also watch from the Patreon link. The problem was Google Meet would only go to YouTube. So I was trying to find a way, because basically when you're streaming to YouTube, to Twitch, to whatever, they use what they call an RTMP protocol, right? And you couldn't customize that to like, you can't customize it on Google. Like I said, only streams to YouTube. So I was curious and I'm like, all right, how can I do this? And so I'm searching and I keep coming across a company called Recall AI. Recall AI, right? And what they basically do is have chatbots join your call. You can join your Zoom call, you can join your Slack call, you can join your Google call, and it does it through APIs, right? So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, how can I do this? So I finally signed up for it, right? And one of the interesting things about it, it is a pay-as-you-go model. I love pay-as-you-go models because when you pay for these subscriptions, you always end up using a lot less than you actually pay for. So pay-as-you-go, basically whatever you need. And then I'm gonna take you to the site. Right? Let's go to recall.ai. All right, so let me show you this, right? So recall.ai. Basically, the API to get transcripts, recordings, and metadata from meetings, okay? And it integrates with Google Meet, with Microsoft Teams, with the Zoom, with Slack, with this one that I don't know. GoToMeeting is still around. What's this one? WebEx, okay. What is this? A mobile recording SDK and desktop recording SDK, right? So, and the way that it works for, at least for Google Meet and probably for Zoom, is you give it the meeting URL or the meeting ID, and it's going to join the call, right? And you can give the chatbot a name, and what it does is, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. If I go to, all right, so I'll show you this one, right? Let me see, what is this one? So basically, this is the information for the bot, right? Where, let me take a quick look at these. Let's go to, all right, so let's do this. So I was testing it out yesterday. And as you can see, so it records the entire meeting, right? That it gets invited to. And I'll just go over here. So this is like me where I was sitting at my other desk, and I'm testing it out. It joined my Google Meet meeting, all that good stuff, right? So, and it gives you like all the events that are happening. It'll tell you who are the participants. I guess it records the chat as well. And the thing is, you can also set it to send that recording that's happening, the meeting that's happening. You can have it output to an RTMP location. So that's how I'm able to get it to send it to Patreon now. So I'm able to get my Google Meet call. The bot joins, right? So watch this. So the bot joins. Let's see, bots. So there goes the one for Saturday, right? The one for Saturday is set to join the meeting at like 2 p.m. Yep, Saturday, October 18th at 2 p.m. And then it's gonna have the recording, and it's also going to stream it to Patreon, right? Yep, there goes the information to send it to Patreon, right? So it's really cool and helpful. And then, like I said, the pricing for it is they charge you 70 cents per hour that the bot is in the meeting. So I basically only need this for our vibe code and chill, and that means and they charge you up to the minute. So it's not like you pay for a full hour. So let's say you do a call for 30 minutes, then it's only going to charge you 35 cents for the bot to be on the call. So it's really cool. I'm excited to give it a try. There's a bunch of other integrations that it can do. I haven't really got into that part yet, but I just did it for what I needed it for. But this is going to be a really cool experience where we can actually be able to have our meeting, but also have it available for people who just want to watch from like a waiting room only type thing, right? And be able to send chat messages and stuff like that. So I'm excited to actually try that out. But another thing about this, right, is the ability to solve problems, because I had a problem, I had a need, because I wanted this to be available to live streams to Patreon. And it's like, if I went straight to live stream to Patreon, then I couldn't have that one-on-one interaction with people in the meetup. But I also wanted to have two, whatever way you want to join, I wanted to give that to you. So I had a problem, and I researched to see, okay, what are our available options and solutions out there? And I'm like, all right, cool, let's give it a try. And we tried it, got it to join, and then reading through the documentation, reading through all the details, and it's like, okay, this is what we need to do. And we did it, and we tried it, and now we are good to go. So I am looking for, and I'm gonna drop the link to the event inside of the chat. Let's go to, and I'll show you this real quick, right? There are, can I hide this? So I'll drop the link, right? I'm gonna drop I'm gonna drop the link for the meetup post, but you'll also find a link inside of the. Can I type in here? No. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can't do that. Okay, so I dropped the link to the event that you can join. Like I said, it's free to join, free to participate, free to watch on the Patreon, and we can have a conversation. I can answer all of your questions. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right. But yeah, so that's about it. But we had a need, and I figured out a way to solve it. But that's what we do day in and day out on tech. We solve the issues that we have, or we solve the issues that other people have. All right. Alrighty then. So let's go back to here. And I'm gonna check to see if there's anything new in the chat. If not, we are going to go let me check the chat and we're gonna get back to work. We got the one, the only C Marshall in the building. What's up, good people? What's up, C Marshall? Hopefully you are doing absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully I can see you on Saturday in our Vibe Coding Show special software testing edition. Like I said, I am going to be sharing with my Tech Barbarians my approach to software testing and to troubleshooting and trying to figure out issues and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to see you there this coming Saturday, October 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern time inside of the Tech Coach on Patreon. You can either join by Google Meet or you can watch live on Patreon. All right, so we are going to get started with our show tonight. Here's how we're gonna get started, right? Okay. I have a confession, right? Like Usher said, these are my confessions. All right. I did not use my lovable credits throughout the day, right? And time was ticking. And time was ticking on me. And I get to the T-ball practice and I'm like, oh man, practice is about to start. I haven't used any of my credits for today. So you know what I did? Here's what I did, right? I logged in from my phone and I prompted on a prayer. I did. I prompted on a prayer. I had no choice. So I said, I thought, okay, what are some changes that I would like to see? Some minor changes. I'm like, okay, so we had one issue where, so on Tuesday, we had an issue where you would try to add another category. It would open up a regular JavaScript dialog box. And you know what? I'm gonna start us off. I'm gonna start us off now, right?
It's time to
And we're gonna go to this one. Okay, so basically the issue that I was having, right? When we would add a new category for our goals, it would pop up a regular JavaScript dialog box or alert box, and then you would type it in, and then it would refresh the page to lose everything that you wrote. Very, very bad user experience. So then I said, all right. So then yesterday I'm like, all right. When I add a new category, I want it to be like I don't want it to use the JavaScript because I want the page to refresh. Yeah. So we did that, and I tried that. And guess what happened, right? So now when I do that, it adds the new category. It doesn't refresh the page, but I don't see the new category. So then when I refresh the page, then the new category shows up. You can't win for losing. You cannot win for losing, right? Whatever that means. So today, while I'm on the baseball field, right? And I'm typing on my phone. I said, all right. I want when I add the new category for it to automatically show up on the list so I don't have to refresh the page. I was not able to see if that actually took or not. So we're going to find out together. I still had some credits to go. So I said, all right, the next thing that I want is, what was the next thing that I wanted? I said that I wanted when you go to choose a date, like let's say you're setting a goal and your goal is like a 10-year goal. And it asks you, okay, what's the deadline? there's no way that you're going to be able to put 2035 by clicking next on the month. So I said, okay, we need to use like some type of material UI so that we can be able to choose the date or the year very easily, so we don't have to like go crazy with that. So it did that. I have not seen if that works yet. So we're gonna look for that as well. And then I said I want a header and a header navigation and a header with the name of the application so that people can easily identify it and stuff like that. I saw that in a glimpse, but I haven't had the chance to honestly look at it yet, right? So we're gonna look at that. We're gonna test those out, and then we're going to configure the waitlist that's in the emails, because I thought it was already configured. Apparently it is not. All right. So that gets up.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I did. So we're going to try it out. We're going to see what happens, and we shall go from there. All right. So first things first, let's go to, let's see. Let's go to preview. All right, I'm going to share the screen now. Oh, not this site before. All right, we're going to go over here. So I can already see we have, are you guys able to see that? Why can't you see it? Hold on. I don't know why you can't see it. Let me see. What if I wonder why you can't see that. Let's see if I go. Let me see if I don't know why you guys are missing something. Let's go here. Let me go to, why is it not showing? All right, give me a second. I don't know why it's not showing the top. If we go here, oops. And let's say that. Oops. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Still should be a little bit better. There we go. A little bit more. I'm telling you, these, you gotta build on the fly sometimes. You never know what you're gonna get. All right, there we go. So, all right. Move it down a little bit. All right, so basically, there goes the top part. I don't like the name Elite Coaching. That's not what it's supposed to be. So we're gonna update that. We have, so this is blocking this. So maybe we could move this over a little bit. But we have the navigation at the top. We have some we have like quick links over here, and then we have like these over here. So many ways to get to your destination. Let's see over here. I think this makes it a lot easier to navigate though, having these over here on the top. This name has to change. So that part is good, good enough to test out. So the other thing that we have to try out is when you go into here, let's say I do test category 2, create category. So it's added. They said it was supposed to automatically select it, which it doesn't. But the good thing is we don't lose everything. But I'll fix that though to either when you add something. Oh, I see what it is. When you click on create a new one, it closes out the drop down in the background. So we do want it to when we enter something, that it would automatically select the new one. All right. So all right. So that's a good insight for me to take. That's a good takeaway for me, that it said that it was automatically selecting it, but it's not. So we have to make sure that that's happening. The other thing, select target date. Ew, that is ugly. Oh, that is so ugly. I mean, it works, right? But that's obnoxious. Oh, that is so bad. So okay, so we'll have to work on that too. But at least now it's more functional. And now so it's functional where you can choose these, you can choose the different years and stuff, and you can say here, now we have the right year. But it is horrendous. It is hideous. So we're gonna have to fix that as well, right? What was the last thing? I think those are the three things, right? So we have the ability to choose the year and the month from a drop down. It's an ugly drop down. We're gonna make it look nicer as well. But those are little aesthetic things that do not harm the general functionality. We have our navigation. We just need to clean up some stuff. So these are aesthetics things as well. Maybe this is floating. Oh, actually no. The navigation floats too. So that way we can actually push this over and make this as part of the navigation, and then that'll be embedded into the navigation. So when you scroll, it'll just be there. So we have that option over there. While I'm here, I did do this, and I did do this for today. And I did this too. Cool. Progress. All right, perfect. All right, some goals that we added to test out. Gotta get back into this habit tracker thing. All right, let's go to, so that's basically it. Now we want to get into the sending of the emails. All right. So let's go over to, let's talk about resend, right? What is resend? So resend is a API based email delivery system. So it's basically, what happens is when you're sending out email from a server, like either it's like regular emails or newsletters and stuff like that, it needs to go through an SSMTP server. Basically, your hosting provider who you're using for your email, they generally don't like to send a bunch of emails out because it's gonna look bad on their servers. So so when I was working on another project, they said, all right, you need an STMP server, right? Or SMTP server, simple mail transfer protocol. So it says you need one of those. So I looked it up and I found Resend. Resend can do that. So basically what Resend does is you integrate with their APIs, and then they will send emails out on your behalf from a domain that you've configured. Well, I thought that I had already configured it. Apparently I did not. So what would happen is when we created when we requested to do the waitlist, it would send out an email, but it would send it out into the abyss because we did not configure resend yet, right? But basically resend is email for developers, the best way to reach humans instead of spam folders, deliver transactional and marketing emails at scale, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and log in, and we're going to go here. So we don't have any emails sent out yet because we didn't do anything, but we need to configure a domain. I thought I had my domain in there. We don't. So we are going to be using the domain that I chose to use for the coaching portal is thrive.tech coachralph.dev. And we're going to say, use separate subdomains to preserve the domain reputation. All right, we're going to go with that. And we're going to say this. So now we're going to have to go into DreamHost and set these things up over here, right? Once we do that, then we're going to need them to validate our domain name. Okay, so I'm going to log into DreamHost and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm using DreamHost because that's what I've been using for like probably the past 20 years or so. But you would be using whatever, like whether you're using GoDaddy, Namecheap or HostGator or Amazon, whoever it is that you're using, right? That's what you're going to use to configure your email. So we're going to go to, let me see before I share, we're going to go to website, manage websites, and we're going to say, I got so many domains. Let's see. We want to go to Thrive. All right. So I am inside of the domain for Thrive, right? So that's when I created Thrive. And inside of this, we need to set up, let me move this. Let me see which one. All right. So move this over to here so I can see it better. Let's close this out, leave that. Let me do this. All right. All right. So we need to say send.thrive is going to go to feedback.stmp. So that's an MX record. I will come back to that one. Let's do a TXT record first, right? So let's do add record, TXT. And we're going to say that's going to be send. And it's going to be this right here. So send. We put that value and we say add more. And now we need to do this one right here. And that would be like that. And we need to pass in this thing right here. And then we need to do one more record. It's going to be the MX. I don't know if I can do it here though. Oh wait, no, it's okay. We can say delete that one. And we are going to do this one. So I need to do it from somewhere else, right? So let me add these two, add records. So these two records are added. Now to do the MX record, so the MX is used for email purposes, right? So I'm going to go to MX and I'm going to say manage custom MX. And it's going to take me to the one for thrive.techcoachRalph.dev. And we are going to say that it is going to be send as well. Let's copy that. Let's copy this. Put it here, and we're going to say kind of ran into this issue last time. I need to tricky one right there, right? Let's go to, because I can't say send in particular for this one. I would have to say I think last time I had to end up adding it as another, as like a subdomain, which I don't want to do. Let me see if I go over here. No, it's not here. Let's go back again. How did I get here? What? All right, hold on. Let me see. If I can do this without having to do a brand new, oops. All right, so this is what I'm gonna have to do, right? I am going to end up having to add a brand new domain website. And we're gonna create a subdomain, and we're gonna say there's gonna be send, and that's gonna be thrive, or techodrive. All right, so I guess I have to do send.thrive. So there you go, send.thrive.techodrive.dev. So I have to do that in order to be able to have this subdomain over here, right? So we're gonna add that, continue to create a subdomain. And we only want the DNS setup. Maybe add some other providers. It's a little bit easier to do that, but you know, we use what we got. So now I think I have to wait until the setup is done for this. So once that setup is done, then I can go and see, it already has the MX record that we or that TXT record that we created earlier, right? Let me refresh, see if it's ready yet. Because I need to go to add the record, or no, actually no, I don't. I need to go to, now I can go to the mail custom MX, and I can look for send.thrive, and we say edit. And now I'm gonna go back over here, and I need to copy this right here, this feedback dash STMP, and we're gonna go to paste that right there. Done, right? And we say change this domain to use custom MX record now. While I'm at it, I will do create a new email address, create email, and we are going to call that, let's say TechODrive. We could do it at, I'll do it at TechODrive. TechODrive.dev, and we're going to say, we'll name this wait. Let's call it waitlist. I'll do thrive, actually. Let me do thrive. We're gonna go to break in just a second, right? But I'll do thrive. That way I can, that way if I have another project, another project that needs a waitlist, then I'll be able to differentiate the two. And I'll say fully hosted email, and I will say continue, and let's say tech coaching, or let's say barbarian coaching waitlist, and come up with something. And we do great. All right, so that is done. And we'll go to break. Let's go to break, and then when we get back, we'll check on the propagation. We'll log into the email. We'll check on the propagation, and I have to add it to my phone too. Check on the propagation, and we will continue with our setup at that point. All right, so let's go to break. Let me see if there is anything new in the chat, and then we will move forward from there. Right? Let me see. We got Junior says, it's amazing the amount of tech that's out there to fix the issues that people have. Tell me about it. And then like if I'm thinking about the event management portal, there was not like the solution that I built was custom. Gemini walked me through building it, but it actually works. Right now, I'm at like I got 99. I'm at 99.9% of the way of getting it set up. The only issue that I'm having now is the file system on AWS, which I think I'm gonna figure it out. Like, hopefully it works this week. If not, I have a workaround, but it would be nice to get it that way. But yeah, like there is always a solution, and if there's not a solution, guess what? You build it yourself. Junior says because that that's it. For real, right? I was like, look, I am not going to fumble these credits today, so I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done, and I did. I was like, boom, boom, on my phone, like boom, 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 do this, do that, and then for the other account, I was like, oh, I don't really have anything right now to do. Oh, can you find any large files and see what refactoring opportunities that we have? Okay, cool, let's go refactor it, right? So that's another thing. Who can actually build applications from their phone, right? I do what I do. Let's see. It says, what are we supposed? Did you guys not see anything? Did you see my screen was shared, right? You saw that, right? I think I was looking at it shared. Let me know, Junior. Did you see what I was sharing? Let's see. And okay, you did. We got my guy Rod Brown in the building. Let me see. It says, do you use shared hosting for all of your applications? Depends on what you like. So by shared hosting, do you mean like in the cloud or like dedicated servers? Let me think. What applications do I have? I used to use an AWS configuration for one app that I got rid of. I guess I do. Right now, I'm using Supabase for these projects. However, this past Sunday, I did find out that I can also use. I should have thought about this, right? But Supabase is actually open source, and I was able to almost get it installed on DigitalOcean. So I'm like, oh, I can set up my own Supabase. So if I use open source Supabase, but I have it on my own servers, I guess that's not shared hosting. I don't know. Let me know what you mean by that, KG609. I'm curious to dive deeper onto that question. Let's see. Junior says to Rod Brown, you see, I was very busy in your comment section or the talking to the dead video. I haven't watched that one yet. I haven't watched that one yet. It says, man, people are wild. I also put up a new video for you to go crazy on. Rod Brown, I saw the numbers on that video. I'm like, oh man, that's nice. Says you're going to laugh at this one. I'm looking forward to it. Says, are you talking about the ancestors one replacing Jesus? Says, yeah, I saw that post not too long ago. I had fun in the comment section. Hilarious. Let's see. Says, yeah, I saw it, but I was wondering what you were talking about, and you mentioned the head. Yeah. I think the scaling of the shared screen was a little off, so should be good now. All right. Cool. Let's get into our first break time topic for tonight. All right. Is that the first one? I guess so. It's not supposed to be the first one. We'll run with it, right? So, the music industry, they face another loss to AI. Down bad. They are down bad. So, let's go over to, it seems like Anthropic is always in the news for some type of lawsuit, right? Says, a federal judge rejected Music publishers attempt to expand their copyright lawsuit against Anthropic with claims that the AI company used pirated material to train its Claude chatbots. So remember, Anthropic just paid about a $2 billion settlement to authors for pirating their books, right? I was of the sentiment that that might have been the most those authors made out of their books. All right, that's a bit I take that back. I take that back. With all due respect, that might have been as much as they made out of their books, right? I'm just saying, I don't have my future, I'm just being honest, set up yet, but I'm just being honest. I am just being honest. I kid, I joke, all right? But it says, according to a court filing, U.S. District Judge Umi Lee last week, October 8th, denied a motion by Universal Music Publishing Group, Concord Music, and ABKCO Music to amend their 2023 complaint. Bloomberg Law reported, citing a hearing in San Jose, that Judge Lee found the amendment to be inappropriate because the music publisher failed to investigate the piracy allegations based on Anthropic's downloading of works. The music publisher sued Anthropic in 2023 for copyright infringement, alleging that Claude chatbot regurgitated copyrighted lyrics, suggesting that the company had trained the chatbots on those lyrics without their permissions. So if you guys don't know, I am of the belief that training your AI on some work that is not copyright. To me, it's like, I equate it to humans, right? If Rod Brown reads a book and then we're having a conversation and he uses that book to explain to me, like he doesn't read from the book, right? He uses his understanding of the book to explain it to me in his own words, and he does a way better job than the author of the book did. I don't think he's violating any type of copyright information. He is not plagiarizing. To me, copyright is like plagiarizing, right? So that's why I don't think that the whole quote unquote copyright issue. Now, piracy is a totally different story. Right? It says, in August, the music publisher argued that Anthropic hid the fact that it used BitTorrent, that's illegal, to pirate copyrighted lyrics. See, copyrighted lyrics versus pirating are two totally different things. The publisher stated that they discovered the issue through a separate copyright lawsuit against Anthropic. A number of book authors sued Anthropic in 2023, alleging that Claude had been trained on their books without permission, and evidence of Anthropic using BitTorrent was presented in the case. And the judge ruled that the training of the books without permission is fair use. However, using BitTorrent to download it is piracy, right? As the most recently, Billboard reported that Anthropic called the proposed amendment an improper attempt to fundamentally transform this case at the 11th hour. At the 11th hour. I agree. Better come correct. You better come correct. The company maintained that publishers had sufficient time to uncover the torrenting activity through standard legal discovery procedures. They ain't doing their job. These lawyers are not doing their damn job. While the latest decision by Judge Lee dealt a setback for the music publishers, they recently secured a positive development in the case. Also, last week, October 6th, Judge Lee ruled that they can press forward with the claims that Anthropic bears legal responsibility when users of Claude chatbot generate copyrighted lyrics. I guess because they are providing the, but I disagree. Because if you go to one of those lyrics website, the lyrics are available and they're not asking for permission from the like are you? So if I have a website and I have the lyrics to Miami by Will Smith, right? Am I violating copyright if I say Miami? by Will Smith, and I have the lyrics. Is that valid? Is the lyrics of a song copyrighted? Like not you're not saying it is as yours. You're just saying this is information. And what these chatbots do is they can either provide information or they can transform information. So you say, okay, we're Claude AI. Sorry if I charge you guys for this, but you know, I gotta do it. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do it for my peeps. I gotta do it for my homies. Okay, let's see. What are the lyrics to Will Smith's song Miami? Let's see what it says. They quickly patched that up, right? They quickly patched that up. Because I can't reproduce the lyrics for, to Miami by Will Smith as they are protected by... They fixed that quickly, eh? Says, however, I can tell you about the song Miami, also known as Miami, is a classic track from Will Smith, I'm Going to Miami. From Will Smith's solo career, released in the 1990s, it is an upbeat hip-hop song that celebrates the city of Miami, featuring a catchy hook and Smith's characteristic energetic delivery. The song became popular and is often associated with that era of hip-hop. If you'd like to read the full lyrics, you can find them on licensed lyrics websites like Genius is the licensed lyric site and AZ Lyrics is the licensed lyric site. The official music streaming services where the song is available: Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Music. Let's see this, right? Can you create a similar type lyrics for the city of Fort Lauderdale? I'm curious. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, check it. Yeah, cruising down A1A. That's the way we play Fort Lauderdale, baby, every day. Got them ocean breeze. You know what? We're gonna turn this into a song. We're gonna turn this into a song. Let's go to Suda real quick. I do not know where this stream is gonna go. Okay, I'm just here for a good time. All right, let's go here. Let's go here, and we're gonna go to create. Oh, we have a new model. All right, cool. Let's see. We're going to say we want custom and lyrics. I'm gonna go and copy my Will Smith style Fort Lauderdale song. I just copy this right here, and then we'll listen to it in the next break. Right? We're gonna go here, and we're gonna say, boom, or paste. Can I paste? Where's my? I can't. What's going on here? Why can I not write my lyrics? Okay, there we go. So, what's wrong with you? I don't know what's going on here. Let me refresh the page. All right, there we go. And let's go to like that. And we're gonna go to like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then I'm gonna say, can you format it in a way that Suno will accept it with the hooks like it's done in the song Miami? Let's see if we can do that. I don't know. Okay. Look at that. And I reformatted the lyrics in Suno with the repeating hook structure similar you're finding in of the song. The hook now has a call and response format with the city name repeated, which works with AI music generation. Intro to set the vibe, 3 verses, separate hooks, outro to wrap it up. This should work with sumo generation. How can we get the ladies on the hook? I don't know how we got here, but I'm stuck with it. All right. For the song like this, you could have a female vocal hook or feature. Here are some ways to incorporate. Let's see. So let me copy this just in case we lose it. And we're going to go to here, and I'm going to copy that in here. And I want to say, can you update the lyrics to incorporate that? In the rare moments that I use, ooh, I don't think it's gonna work. Will that work? I don't know. I have never tried this in Suno, so we're gonna find out. Let's go to here. And I'm gonna say, can you provide me the style that will make it sound like Miami so I can copy and paste into Suno. I can't reproduce exact lyrics. All right, so we're gonna go with this right here. For your Suno prompt, you could write high energy hip hop celebrating Fort Lauderdale male rapper with upbeat delivery. Let's go with that. Can I write that much in the? Can I write that much in the? Oh yeah, I can. All right, cool. Boom. Look at that. So, and we're gonna call the name of the song Fort Lauderdale, right? And we're going to say create. There we go. When we get back, we'll on our next break, we're gonna listen to the song Fort Lauderdale, right? But let's go back to the article. How do we deviate so far? How did we deviate so far? All right. It says, while the latest decision by Judge Lee dealt a setback for the music publishers, they recently secured a positive. I read that part already. The decision, which you can read in full here, marks the second attempt by Amazon and Google backed Anthropic to dismiss the infringement claims. Lee previously granted a dismissal motion, but allowed the publishers to refile amended complaints. This time, the judge found the publishers adequately argued that Anthropic could have been aware of the user infringement and profited from allowing it to continue by using guardrails designed to prevent copyright violation. The judge's ruling addressed secondary liability and DMCA claims. The lawsuit is part of a broader wave of litigation examining whether copyright law permits AI developers to train models on protected material. Tech giants Microsoft and Meta and AI firms like OpenAI, Suno, and Udio face similar legal challenges. Anthropic is among the first AI companies to resolve such claims, reaching a $1.5 billion, yes, $1.5 billion settlement with authors in September. Those were for the book authors. I think it was like 3,000. No, there was a bunch of them. I don't remember how many. But I am adequately argued that designed to prevent the copyright violation. The whole copyright thing it's shaky. Piracy is one thing, but the whole copyright thing, I think these people are gonna lose on copyright, but they might win on piracy. So there's that. All right. Anyways, let me see if there's anything new in the chat. If not, we will get back to work. Oh, by the way, I found out that I am able to create my own designs. Like so I told you guys about using the new system Uno or overlays.uno. Well, I found out I'm able to make my own designs. So I'm going to be working on that. Maybe I'll do that in the morning. I don't know. I'm going to be working on that because I really liked the last design that I had on the other software. So I'm going to try to recreate that design and have like with the animation and stuff like that, and try to make it dynamic where I can update stuff on the fly, make it really easy. So that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be looking into. It's at singular.live that you do that. So I'm gonna be learning that platform to be able to create my own layouts and stuff like that. So that's gonna be really fun. All right, let me check the chat and then we will continue on with the show. Let's see. It says it is. Hold on. Why is it? Give me a second. Let me try it out again. I think the volume might have just been low. Let me know how it sounds. Were you able to hear that? Let me know. It says the last sound effect doesn't sound good. Something's off again. Let me know how that sounded, because it should have came through. Let me see. I think the volume might have been low though. Says Phil Nice says possible segment. Check out OpenAI report on evaluating ChatGPT performance doing real world tasks across 44 occupations. What? All right, let me see. Let me pull it up and see if I can see that. OpenAI report on evaluating ChatGPT performance. I like that one. Measuring performance. Okay, cool. I found it. All right, cool. I will save that. Let's see if we can talk about that today. All right, let's continue. Here says, that's crazy if you get in trouble for referencing something, right? Here says, they said they're not going to mess around and find. They blocked it quickly. Phil Knight says the only issue I can see about music and I producing a new song using exact lyrics of an artist is like sampling. Yeah, I agree with that. Using the same exact lyric, that's a problem. Using the same exact beat, that's a problem. But because have you ever heard one artist say a line from another artist, right? It's like, oh, that line is copyrighted. Like, no. Unless it's like a famous line, right? But I think using stuff for other artists inspire other artists, right? So I don't like, yeah, I agree 100%. If it's a direct one-to-one copy, yeah, that's copyright, copyright. But if it's like for inspiration and like the sound of a beat and you're creating a sound, a style, then that's different. Let me see. Let me see. Junior says, there's hope for new singers. Says, intrusive thoughts is how we got Rob Russ is there. It is. Okay, now that's right. Yeah, I think the volume was really low, so we should be good now. All right. So we are going to we're gonna get in another. I only have 2 segments tonight. We're gonna get another 20 minutes of work. Let's get to it. Let's go. I'm hearing double sounds for some reason. Oh wait, no. Why am I hearing double sounds? Let me try that one more time. Hold on. Oh no. I heard double sounds. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I have to play around with that because I heard the sound twice, which I shouldn't. Unless I know why. I think because I'm monitoring it on the software and it's also playing on the computer. Okay, cool. I will take care of that. So let me try. I'm trying something real quick, right? Let's go to. Let me see if this shows through. That's still double sounding. All right, let me flip it the other way. Monitor off, maybe. Let me see how that goes. Okay, I think that's good. All right, I think that's good. I was hearing it twice, so and maybe that's why. Maybe it sounded loud on my end because it's playing through my regular sound, but then it was playing low for you guys because the sound was low. All right, got it. All right, so we're gonna go to resend again. And we added these. We need to add this one right here, right, for the authentication. So we need to do copy this. We need to add one more. So our email is set up. Let me go to the webmail while we're here. And we're going to say So that should be logging us in. So we're logged in. There's no emails yet. I should have saved that. Can I still save it? Yeah, let's save that. Oops. Oh, crap, I lost it. Okay, I'll do it next time. All right, so now we're going to go back to our email or to our configuration. We're going to go to Thrive dot, and we're going to do it on this one, DNS. Like I said, you can do this for any you can do this for like with any provider that you use, right? We're going to do another TXT. We're going to say this is the host, right? And we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste that. I should have did it earlier because now we have to wait for this to propagate. All right, so it's added, it's submitting the records, and that would be all of them. So now we have all of these. We have the send for the MX. So we have the send for the MX record. We have the show more records. We have the where's the one that we just added? We added the where are you? Okay, so there goes the DMARC, there goes the resend domain key, there goes the send. All right, so we have everything in here. So now we need to wait for this is done. But while we're doing that, we need to, I think we already added the API key into our, let's go and check. Let me log into Lovable so I can see what we have over there. And I was talking to the product owner on one of the applications, and I was like, you know, it'd be really cool if we could add what do they call it? It's like a walkthrough to say, okay, this, like when to get started, use this is here, this is here. And I was like, they were like, what is that called? And I did a quick search, like, oh, this is the name of it. And it's like, this is how you set it up. So now it's like, as you continue to build, as you continue to work, you learn more, you do more and stuff like that. All right. All right. Logging into Lovable. We are going to, so here's my prompting on a prayer. I had the global header, the date and time stuff, which looks horrendous, and the category on creation, which is, see, it says here, new categories would now automatically appear in the list and get selected without refreshing the page. It did not get selected, so we need to, well, I'll fix that on my own or later on. But we're going to go over to cloud. We're going to take a look at the manage secrets. And we should have a resend key in here, September 21st. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's good. Now let me check DreamHost. Still not done yet. I'm waiting for the DNS updates to process so I can go and have resend check for propagation so that I can say, yes, your domain is good to go. But this is the thing, right? There are so many different components. You might think that, oh, building a software is just like, I need to know how to code. You didn't see me write any code tonight. I did not write any code. This is configuration for setting up domain names, for DNS records, MX records, things like that, right? And then setting up a service for like for this part of it. So integrating APIs and stuff like that. It says I've added the records, all right? We did that. Now it's going to do a check. Now it's checking to make sure that the DNS was added. So it's doing the check. It may take a few minutes or a few hours, so we don't have a few hours. Let's see. All right, let's go to, all right, so here it's checking. All right, so let's say it is going to take some time. In the meantime, all right, click track. So, all right, so let's see, to track clicks, resend modifies each URL in the body of the HTML. When recipients open a link, they are sent over to resend server and immediately redirect. Let's say that, right? Open tracking, not recommended. A one-by-one GIF is inserted in each email to include a unique reference. All right, so let's say we do that. So now all of this is pending validation. And then what happens is every time an email is sent, it's going to be logged in here, right? And then the broadcast can be used for like newsletters, which I plan on doing that too at one point or at some point, where the audience would be all the people who are subscribers, who subscribe, who unsubscribe. So I do plan on using it for email purposes as well. With Resend, they give you, with a free account, they give you a certain, like you get one domain and they give you a certain amount of emails per month. As I ramp up on the application that we're building, I'm definitely going to get a paid account to take care of this, right? So, because if you go here to add domain, it's going to tell you, you're planning to use one domain to get more recent capabilities, upgrade to add more. Let's take a look at the plans while we wait. So with the transaction emails, what is a marketing email? Would be like a, let's see, for the pro account it's $20. So you get 3,000 emails a month for the free account, one domain name. For the pro account, you get up to 10 domain names for the pro account. So that's definitely going to be one that I would try out. 50,000 emails a month. No dedicated IPs, no daily limits though. You get 100 emails a day with the free account here. So, things to consider as we ramp up. Transactional. So I used 3 emails already. Maybe let's see what emails those were. Maybe last 30 days. So we had, okay, so we have the defect report working in there that I implemented about a month or so ago. But we do not have so it wasn't working though for the waitlist emails. All right, so let's go and check our domains again. So this is still pending. Oh, it's done. It is done. Look at that. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, so this is done. So now, anything else that we need to do? I think we can try out the waitlist. So let's go and do this. Let's do preview dash code. All right, so let's go here. Oh crap. Let me just go to waitlist. Go there directly. So we go to the waitlist and we say Tech Coach Ralph, and we will say, oh, how do I specify? Let me go and check something in the admin real quick. If we go to admin and we say waitlist and we say, we can't configure that. So maybe, let's do this then. So let me do one quick prompt in here. Let's say when someone signs up for the wait list, I would also like an email be sent to waitlist at, but then that's going to, if I do that, that's gonna use up my, all right, no, we're not gonna do that. Because if I do that, then that's gonna use up my that'll use up my my email credits, and I don't need that. So what I could do is, if somebody signs up for the waitlist, how about this, right? If somebody signs up for the waitlist, what about if we get a some type of alert that lets us know that somebody signed up for the waitlist, right? That way I'm not using up useless emails, you know? Which I'll do that part later then. So that part doesn't even matter, right? So let's say we do say tech coach Ralph at Gmail. Well, trying to think. Well, let's do waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev. Let's try that, right? Join waitlist. All right. And so now if we go into here and we were to do refresh waitlist. All right, so we have this one that came in, right? We should see inside of here, no emails. But if we go to, let's see if it actually came through resend though. Because sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to send if it actually does go through, right? Let's go to emails. And nothing here. Why not? We have the domain name set up. It's already verified, right? We go to emails. It should be here. This is for onboarding. Maybe I can create a new API key. API key, sending access. Let's say we do API key waitlist. So let's separate them. Let's separate them, right? We will do waitlist for here. Let me not share the screen in case it shows the actual API. All right, it doesn't. Cool. So I can show the screen. Got to be careful with those API keys, right? So now if I say, so let's go into the software. It says, all right, I want to use a separate, I want to use a separate resend API key for the wait list. Can we configure that? That way we'll have a separate API key. We won't be using the one that's used for like the onboarding process. I think, I don't know. Well, well, I don't know. Let's see, waitlist, submit. Let's see what happens. I could have probably did that on my own through the code now that I think about it, but no biggie. All right, so now I do want to take a look at what happened over here. Send waitlist, send invitational email. Oh no, it's not invitational that we want. We want send waitlist confirmation. Logs. Waitlist. You can only send testing emails to. You can only send test emails to your email address, which would be here. Why is it considered a test email? To send emails to other recipients, please verify domain at resend and change the from address to an email using this domain. Okay, so now let's go to code. And it says from address. Okay, so let's say wait list at thrive.techcoachralph.dev. Tech TCR, or let's say we say from Tech Barbarians Coaching. Wait. Okay, let's go with that. Tech Barbarians Coaching. Welcome to the Tech Barbarians Coaching. So just change all these to Tech Barbarians Coaching. Or let's just say Barbarians Coaching. Let's go with that. Barbarians Coaching. Barbarians Coaching. Let's see. I think that's everything. Let's, oh shoot, I should have did that somewhere else. Let's go back. Let's go back, because what happens sometimes is like when I do the changes there, they don't really take effect. So I have to do it here. This is gonna be send invitational email, or send waitlist confirmation. We're gonna update it here. So we're gonna say waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev. All right, we'll just leave it as that for now, because that's the most important part, is to get that part done. So let me just refresh this page so I don't end up. Okay. Refresh a couple of times probably. All right, there we go. So waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev. So now if we say, try it again, we say TCR coaching, and we're gonna say, oh, it's gonna be, well, let's do let's see what happens if we do this. techcoachralph@gmail.com. One thing I'm not sure what's going to happen is if I'm already in the system, if it's going to cause an issue. So let's go over to here. And we go here. Okay, so that's good. Now, if we look at the logs, and we go to send waitlist confirmation logs, and it went through. Look at that. So now if we go to here, not there, we go to emails. What? Delivered. So when we come back from break, let me see. Do we have enough time to come back from break? We do. We have enough time. We have enough time. All right. So when we come back from break, we'll check the email, and then we'll go from there. Right. So there you have it. So we configured our email. We configured resend. We went to DreamHost, and we set up DreamHost to have the MX record, the subdomain set up for send.thrive.techcoachralph.dev, and all the other stuff, right? So that is working good. We confirmed that an email was sent by resend. We just have to look at the email in the email system and like in my Gmail, see how it looks, but that should be available to work for everybody now. So that is a great news, which means that we are on our path to deploying the waitlist this coming Saturday. That's my goal. And that's my keystone goal for the week that I entered. I'll show you. That's my keystone goal for the week. If we go to here, look, my keystone goal, we must have the waitlist. We must have the waitlist of the coaching portal ready by Saturday. We're almost there. We are almost there. Okay. So let's go to break. Let me check the chat, and then we will get to our next article for tonight. Let me see. KG609 says, do you only use DreamHost to register domain names? I actually don't register the domain names with DreamHost. I used to use GoDaddy a long time ago. I use Namecheap now because GoDaddy got ridiculously expensive. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? So I use Namecheap because they're a little bit better in pricing. And then I point the domain to GoDaddy because I don't really host like the stuff that I've hosted on GoDaddy. They're like WordPress sites and stuff like that, like older stuff that I used to work on, like when I'll do something for people and stuff like that. But now thinking, so now I might use I probably use like a cloud provider, or I'm using Lovable, which is also kind of shared and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at. So Knight says, don't expose your API key like those vibe coders did in their public GitHub repos. Many people were exposing their OpenAI API keys and passwords. Bruh. Yup. I'm very, very what? Sound is gone. You know what? Let me check. Let me see something. If I go over here and I go like this, that's why. When I switch screens, it is gone. Why are you doing that? All right, let's see if I can do properties. Oop, not that one. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, let me do this. So in here, I got you. So in here, I have, where are you? Stream Deck sound effects. Where do you live? I see. I see what's going on. It's when I switch the scenes, it doesn't have the. Okay. So now, if I go over here, and I go to do. No, still no. I don't know where I went. I know the issue is I just got to find it. Let's say we do application audio capture. Huh. It's interesting. That is interesting. I'll figure it out. I see what the issue is. I'm just not sure why that's happening. So it's when I switch screens. So let's see. Let me try one more thing. If I go here and I do, okay, interesting. I'll get it. I'll get it. So now that's nice to know. That's nice to know. Yeah, but yeah, that was a thing. And KG609 says Namecheap is solid. Sweet. Yeah, I've been using them for a few years now. They're just better priced. All right, we are going to do our next topic. Our next break time topic is, let's go to Oracle. Oracle to deploy 50,000 AMD chips. You know what? Let me do this instead. Let me mute that. Let me turn this one on. And so this should work. This should work, right? So let's go over to here and let me know if you hear the sound effect. Let me know if you hear the sound effect, all right? Should be good. We should be good to go now. All right. Let me go over to where did I put that article? Let's go to, all right, let's start off with this one, right? We're going to watch this video about Oracle. It's about 2 minutes long. So, and I'll put it at 1.5 speed or 1.25. And I'm just curious, what is this deploying 500 AMD chips? Not NVIDIA chips, but rather AMD chips, right? So let's watch.
Oracle announcing today plans to build a data center using 50,000 chips from AMD as this AI deal-making spree intensifies. For today's Tech Check, our Seema Modi's live at Oracle's AI World Conference in Las Vegas. Morning, Seema.
Morning, Carl. Yeah, this is big news. Oracle will be deploying AMD's latest artificial intelligence chips to build out a new supercluster to help customers run larger, more complex AI models in the second half of next year. I spoke to a number of Oracle Cloud executives on why they decided to partner with AMD this time over NVIDIA, and here's what they had to say about why they see AMD as the right choice for inference.
I think with AMD, we've been working for so long with them that their software stack is really, really critical. And we feel like customers are going to take up AMD very, very well, especially in the inferencing space.
Now, this is a vote of confidence for AMD. You're seeing shares move higher right now, whereas NVIDIA is trading lower. AMD is increasingly being seen by the marketplace as a viable competitor for inference. It does follow that news last week that OpenAI would be taking that 10% stake in Advanced Micro Devices. Now, for Oracle, buying thousands.
I'm gonna check real quick to see if I'm invested in AMD. I think I used to be at one point. Let me check. Let me. While this is playing, I'm gonna check my AMD stocks real quick.
Of chips, hundreds of thousands of chips, is a huge bet, as we know, for founder and chairman Larry Ellison, who is here. He's here in Vegas at the conference, and he will be speaking on stage very soon. Ellison is expected to provide more details on that $300 billion deal with OpenAI and how it is fundamentally changing how Oracle is investing and what it will take for the software giant to remain competitive with the likes of Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. He's also expected to expand on Oracle's new suite of cloud offerings that executives tell me will make their cloud computing platform more efficient and faster for their customers. And then there's Thursday, Carl. Well, we will find out how exactly Oracle will fund these massive purchases of chips. That's when the company's financial analyst day kicks off. So a lot riding on this week.
Okay, thank you, Seema. Always pay attention when Larry Ellison speaks. Seema Modi.
So I am.
So it's official now. A federal grand jury has indicted.
All right, I am invested in AMD apparently. Look at that. Look at that. So that is good news for me. Hopefully, what's their name? NVIDIA also picks back up. But yeah, that's good. That's good. I ain't mad at it. But this says Oracle Cloud to deploy 50,000 AMD AI chips, signaling new NVIDIA competition. I love competition. I love competition because now that means NVIDIA will step up their game and then AMD is going to step up their game. And that means more money, more money, more money. It says, all right, so let's just jump to the article. We already saw the video. So Oracle Cloud Infrastructure on Tuesday announced it will be deploying 50,000 advanced micro devices. AMD graphic processors are starting in the second half of 2026. AMD's shares closed slightly higher. Oracle shares sank, though, nearly 3%, while NVIDIA was more than 4% lower. Shut up. The move is the latest sign that the cloud companies are increasingly offering AMD graphic processing units as an alternative to NVIDIA's market-leading GPUs for artificial intelligence. We feel like customers are going to take up the AMD very well, very well, especially in the inferencing space. Oracle will use AMD's Instinct MI450 chips, which were announced earlier this year. They said AMD's first AI chips that can be assembled into a larger rack size system that enables 72 of the chips to work as one. That's pretty powerful, which is needed to create and deploy the most advanced AI algorithms. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman appeared with AMD CEO Lisa Su at a company event in June that announced the product. Earlier this month, OpenAI announced a deal with AMD for processors requiring 6 gigawatts of power over multiple years, with a 1 gigawatt rollout starting in 2026 as part of the deal. And if the deployment goes well, OpenAI may end up owning as many as 160, million shares of AMD, or about 10% of the company. Say what? Say what? Say what?
Bruh.
In September, OpenAI entered into a 5-year cloud deal with Oracle that could be worth as much as $300 billion. OpenAI has historically been closely linked with NVIDIA, whose chips were used to develop ChatGPT. NVIDIA's chips dominate the market for data center GPUs with more than 90% of market share. NVIDIA also invested in OpenAI in September, but OpenAI leaders say the company needs as much computing power as possible. We need more power, which means it needs AI chips from multiple suppliers. OpenAI also has plans to design its own AI chips with Broadcom. I think AMD has done a really fantastic job, just like NVIDIA. I think both of them have their place, Bada said. Tuesday at Oracle AI World, founder and chairman Larry Ellison is set to take the stage and share his views on the latest OpenAI deal and what his company is doing to stay ahead of its main cloud competitors, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Oracle has already shown it is willing to place big bets and go all in. I want it all on red to meet the AI moment. The company must now prove that beyond capacity, it can capitalize on its massive underlying data and enterprise capabilities to add meaningful value to the enterprise AI wave, said Daniel Newman, CEO of Futurum Group, on the sidelines of Oracle's conference. Is there anything else on this article? Nope, that's it. That is it. But you know what we're going to do? Do you know what we are going to do? Right? I'm gonna check the chat first. I'm gonna check the chat and then we will, you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to the song. We are going to listen to our song. All right. Let me see what the chat says. So Junior says clear. Yep, I fixed it. I figured out what it was. Sounds like a nice buying. Say what? Says smart because AMD does CPUs and GPUs. NVIDIA doesn't do both. Tell them. All right. Let's see. All right. So we are going to play our song. All right, we're gonna play our song. I'm happy things are working. We just have to check the email. So I want to play our song, right? Let's see how our song Fort Lauderdale sounds. But to do that, since we're gonna listen to the remix, to do that, we are going to need to go over here and we have two versions of it, right? We're gonna listen to both versions. Why not? So we are going to. I'm gonna put the heading for this one, right? Because it's related. So this we're gonna play the song that I just created in our first break on Suno, named Fort Lauderdale, which is a play off the song by Will Smith, one of the greatest songs of all time, Miami. All right, so let me go over here and we're going to do this.
Yeah. Check it. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. Cruising down A1A, that's the way we play. Fort Lauderdale, baby, every single day. Got the ocean breeze, palm trees swaying slow, where the yacht clubs meet and the good vibes flow. Beach Street booming, neon lights so bright. Spring break fever from the morning to the night. Sunsets painting orange, red and gold. Stories of the city, got so much to be told.
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. From the Intracoast to the Atlantic shore, this is where we rep, and we always want more. Lost soul, lost calling, that's the place to be. Crystal blue waters, that's home for me. Diving deep in the tropical scene, cleanest beaches that you ever seen. Sailboats riding high, captain at the wheel. Every night's a party, every day's surreal.
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. Restaurant Row got the finest cuisine, best sunset spot that you ever seen. From downtown to the beach, it's all paradise. Fort Lauderdale living, yeah, that's my advice. We ain't with walls and the culture so deep. Memories we make, memories we keep. Whether you're young or you're old and wise, Fort Lauderdale's the place where dreams come alive.
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale.
Well, that was the first. That's the first one of Fort Lauderdale. I like it. Oh my god, I like it. I like it. Oh my god, that sounded good. And guess what? All right. I want to share something with you. While this was fun and research, like reading the article and then researching, like going to use Claude, because how many times do we hear, like we just hear the news, but we don't actually, like, especially tech news, we don't take any action. How many times have we heard of N8N, Nodemation? We've heard of Docker. We've heard of like all these different AI tools, right? And we don't go and try them out. And now by trying it out, I learned something about Suno, and I'm going to show you exactly what I learned. Can I see if I can get this? Hold on. Shoot, let me zoom out one. So what I just learned, this part right here. Like usually I would just say the hook, and I would just say, like, I try to put everything in here, but I didn't know you could do male, female, both and stuff like that. That is a total game changer. That is so cool. So we're having fun. I'm learning, and we're getting the news all in one shot. And I have another song, a new song for the album, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and get one more segment of work, or we're gonna finish up what we were doing, right? I think we're basically done, but we're gonna finish that up. And then on our way out of the show, we're gonna listen to the second version of Fort Lauderdale, and then we're gonna wrap up the show, all right? So let's. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me download it right now. Let's do download MP3. I'm gonna download that one. And I'm gonna go like that. And I'm just gonna drop it right here so we have it. Boom. That's gonna be our outro song. Hopefully it's as good as the first one, right? But we're gonna listen to the first one as we wrap up the show tonight. But let's go back to full screen. I'm excited. I am super excited, right? Let me check the chat one quick time, and then we're gonna get back to work. So, Junior says the lyrics already sound better than Will's lyrics. Take it back, Junior. Take that back. KG Single Nine says some people going to be in trouble. Says hopefully Will doesn't come for you. Bad boys. What you gonna do? Like, I never knew the lyrics. But that's just gotta get a Kodak Black or Rick Ross feature. What? Let's go. Let's get it. All right. Let's go and check out. Let me go and check out this email real quick. All right. I'm gonna put 20 minutes. Hopefully we don't need 20 minutes, but I will put it, and then we will go from there. What did I do? All right. Let's go like that. And let me put back up this one. And we're gonna go and put up this one.
It's time to do.
All right, so we're gonna finish up. We're gonna check the email to see if there's anything that is missing. But I think we're pretty much done, and I think we're in a good spot to get started on Saturday. Let me go and check my email real quick. We're gonna go to not this email address. We're gonna go to this one. And it's there. So I'm gonna click into it, and we're gonna go to here. So you're on the list, TCR Coaching. Thank you for joining the TCR waiting list. We're excited to have you. We'll notify you via email as soon as a spot becomes available. When you receive the unique invitation code, okay, so there's that. I'm gonna do one quick other prompt, all right? So I'm gonna say, I am now able to receive the emails, but can you format the waitlist confirmation email and the waitlist sign or invitation email to be a little more exciting and matching the aura. How do you spell aura? Aura? Is that how you spell it? Is it aura? 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 How do you spell aura? Let me see. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Is it aura? I don't want aura ring. How do you spell aura? I don't, that's not the one that I want. I want the aura. What's somebody in chat? What is the word that I'm looking for? The the ambiance. I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. Word aura. Let me see. Oh, it's aura. A-U-R-A. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Be struggling. I'll be struggling with my words sometimes. All right. So the aura of the application. Let's go with that. So what I'll do is I will send another email request, and then we're gonna do the invite so we can make sure that that is showing up, right? And then after that, I think all we got to do is fix the security errors, and then we launch it, and we're good to go. I'll update the both email templates to match the cyber tech coaching theme of your application with a more exciting formatting. Let's get that done. Thank you, KG6. Thank you, KG609. Junior, I thought so. I thought so too, Junior. I thought it was the same way too, but apparently I was wrong. All right. So email. So let's wait for that to update. Then we're gonna send another. We're gonna do another request. Then we're going to. So after this is done, we're gonna send another request. And then we will. Send the waitlist email. Then we're gonna do the confirmation. All right. So both emails now feature an exciting cyber theme design with gradient backgrounds, bold headers, tech forward language, and modern styling that matches your app's aesthetics. All right. That's what I want. I could use the word aesthetics too. All right. So we're gonna go back to the waitlist, and we're gonna say waitlist, and we shall do it again. We're gonna go to TCR and techcoachralph@gmail.com. Join the waitlist. Ooh. All right. Can I delete it? So that's a good question. Can I delete it from the waitlist? Let's say we go to here and we go to here and we go to here and ooh, can I delete? Darn it. All right, let me delete it from the database then. Let me go into the database. Table editor. Wait list, and we do wait list. Let's do this one. We delete that. Yeah, let's delete this one. All right, so let's try it again now. Let's go back to here. We did that. All right, cool. So now if we go into here, we have a new message. Let's show the new message. Ooh, what the? Oh my God. Y'all see? Do y'all see that? Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
I always say we are the best. We are. What? I am at a loss for words. You know, I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. I am going to Fort Lauderdale.
We the best.
Right? Look how beautiful that is. Right? Welcome to the T. So I'm just gonna change this text. And, Barbarians Coaching Waitlist. Commander. Put some respect on my name, right? Your entry into the elite coaching program has been logged. We're preparing your personalized transformation protocol. Blah, blah, blah. Stand by for your unique access code. Once transmitted, you'll have clearance to enter the platform and begin your transformation journey. Let's go. All right, so now we are going to say, if we are here and we say, let's refresh that one because that's no longer there. We're going to go here. We're going to say TCR. We're going to say send invite. Make sure it's sent. Said it's sent. Now we're going to go back to our email. And we should have an up. Let's go check. Let's go and check resend to make sure that your invitation code was delivered. So we should see it in here. All right, hold on, let me check. Let me check. Oh, y'all see that? Wait a second. Wait for it. Access granted. Welcome to TCR. Your spot is locked and loaded. The system is ready to deploy your personalized coaching protocol. Your access code is this. The code expires. This message will self-destruct in 7 days. Activate your account before the window closes. Launch your journey. I just noticed something over here. This might be a problem. All right, so I just caught something, right? Because this is going to be a problem because the URL that it's going to is not going to publish. Okay. Let me go and check something real quick. We are going to, once it's published, I guess that's going to be fine. But we need to say, let's do this. Project settings. Where is, we need to do the, I guess it's in here. Is it in here? No. I need to set the website name somewhere. Where's that again? It's infrastructure? No, it's not infrastructure. General? Where do I can never remember where to set this stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's not database. It's not authentication. Which that's something I need to do. I need to set up the SSO, or not SSO, but like the auth providers like Google, Discord, GitHub, whatever it is that you want to use. You need to set there it goes, URL configuration. So let's go back into here. All right, so URL configuration. We have this. So in here, why did it send me, if I have this here, why did it send me a Supabase email address? Why did you send me a Supabase email address? Let's go and take a look at waitlist confirmation. Let's go for wait list functions, send. No, that's not the one that we want. Invitation, send invitation email. So if we look at complete your account, where does it send the email? Sign up URL. Where is the sign up URL coming from? Site URL. All right, where is site URL coming from? Let's get Supabase URL, replace Supabase with lovable.supabase, lovable.app. Also, this isn't right either. Oh, but it went through. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to try it off with a different email address because it went through. But we got it from, let me see. Did we get it from our DreamHost webmail? All right, I'm going to try it again with this email. Let's try it from a different email. Let's do, where are we? Let's do waitlist again. Let me delete that other one from the waitlist, or we do it in the database. I don't know why it sent it to. Well, I guess once it's published, that should do it. So, all right. I think we're good on that. Let me go ahead and say table editor, and I'm going to delete this one from the database. Delete. And we're going to go to waitlist again, and we're going to say TCR waitlist test, and we'll say waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev, and we shall say join the waitlist. We're good. And we will see the email was sent in here, right? Waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev, right? And we will go to here, and it should show up in here, right? I hope. Or not. Oh, there you go. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Perfect. So now we should say, so that's working. We should say, so we need to update this email address in here to be also from waitlist at thrive.techcoachralph.dev. The only thing I'm not entirely sure of is this part right here. Replace Supabase.code. Oh, I see what they're saying. So if I go back over here and I go to project settings, where did I see this? I just saw this last time. Indication, URL configuration. So it's trying to go to it's trying to go to, let me know what it's trying to go to. All right. So, I don't know. But regardless, that is a great idea, Phil Knight. Phil Knight properly says that we should add a resend button in the admin. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't know if someone didn't get it, but definitely. All right, let me write it down. I'm gonna write down my list of things to do. Think about that a little bit. Let's say add a resend button in the admin. That's a good idea, because let's say somebody it's sent and then they didn't get it. It needs to generate a new email, a new code. All right, cool. Yep, I wrote it down. I will get that added. Very good idea. Very good idea. All right, so let me get rid of these. Get rid of that. All these look good. All right, so now we are going to do, let's send it. We'll get it. And then we'll go from there. Let me refresh it, because I probably, and waitlist, send invites. And now inside of our webmail, we should be getting the latest one. Let's make sure we get that. It takes a second to go through resend and then to send it to us. Make sure it got there. Can I refresh this page? Emails. Why did that go through? Did I save this? Let me see. Oh, I didn't save it. That's what happened. All right. So you're right. We do need to do a resend. Crap. All right. So we'll do that. Return home. Where's the? So we save that. All right. So you know what? We might as well add the resend now. I need a way to add, or I need a way to be able to resend waitlist invites in the admin, and to also delete waitlist invites in the admin. I think those two are good. Way to add and a way to delete waitlist invites in the admin.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
Let's get this in real quick so we can resend that invite to that one with the so we can resend that invite. And then we can see it there, and then we can get out of here. But yeah, that was a great idea. That's a great idea. Phil Knight. I'll add resend and delete functionality to the waitlist manager in the admin panel. Let's give it a second to do that. But do you see how fast like it does this stuff? Let's see. All right, so it's there. So now if we go into our admin and we refresh, Go here and we say, send it again. Ha! Look at that. Look at that. Shout out to Phil Knight. And we go to resend. We check the emails that were sent. There we go. Invite code. And we go over to here. Boom. Look at that. Bada bing. Bada boom. Let's go. Let's get it. And boom, we have our invite code. Your spot is ready. Create your account. All of that good stuff. So this does. All right. So we need to. So we do need to. I need to. I think I need to activate the site so this can work. I think that's why it's not working. So I will get that up and running between. It's gonna be ready by Saturday. Let's put it like that. It'll be ready by Saturday morning, and then people can start. Joining the waitlist, and then I will start to invite people as we go along, because there's still a lot of work to be done to make it like no more features, but to make it like to solidify it, clean it up, make the layout good, especially like that calendar thing. But I think we're in a good spot to at least start off with the waitlist, to start getting a list of people who are interested, and then we can start inviting them and figure all that stuff out. All right. Yeah. So let's go to full screen. Let's go to full screen. That's our show. That is our show. We got everything that I want to do done. We configured resend. We made a little bit of enhancements to the application. We did our DreamHost part. We tested it. We saw the emails going through. I'm happy that I was like, oh, you know what? It's going to my techcoachruff@gmail.com because I am using it was using the wrong email address. So once I updated it and I tested it, then now we're good. We tried a different email address, right? So and this, just to add, this is the kind of things that we're going to be looking at and thinking about on Saturday's Patreon live stream / meetup about software testing, software quality, troubleshooting, and stuff like that. We did a lot of troubleshooting tonight. And just that mindset that you need to have, especially if you're going to be building software, you need to be able to, and it's really hard to do both, right? So that's why I always encourage people to team up with people, find a QA person, find an engineer, and work together, build it together, run it up. All right. But that's about it. Let me check the chat one last time before we get out of here, and then we're gonna be gone. All right. Phone says best way to delete accepted waitlists is to do list comparison of waitlists and active users. Delete if waitlist and active list is true matching. Yeah, I thought about that. Right. I'm gonna write that down as well. I did think about that. The only reason I didn't do that yet is because I need to be able to, like, my test email is in both. So I needed to be able to test that. But I think like after that, I'm going to say if the user is a active member, like if they have an active account, then do not so compare it to the user's database. Do not allow it to, it's like give them an error message saying that, a toast saying that, oh, you already have an active account. You're not, because that's going to be wasting my emails and stuff like that, right? So very, very good point. Thank you so much for tonight. We're going to do that. Junior says, great show as always. And my guy Rod Brown with the triple thumbs up. All right. So you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is time for the second version of Fort Lauderdale. Before we do that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly, truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you.
And remember, tomorrow we have the Bug Bite at noon Eastern time. We're going to be talking about the Samsung lawsuit. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the chat. Going to be premiering that at noon. And then Saturday, very, very special Vibe Code and Chill. I'm going to be taking the time to help my tech barbarians, those that I work with one-on-one, as well as anyone who wants to join, to answer their questions, to listen in, all of that good stuff. At 2 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, October 18th, 2025, this coming Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a workshop on software testing, troubleshooting. Even if you are not in tech much, but you're building a software, you're building an application like through vibe coding, you don't want your application to fail because you don't have proper testing procedures. So join me as I help you understand how to start troubleshooting, how, like, especially like, and it's very, I won't say very easy, but I have a strategy that can help you. And I use that every day when I'm doing this type of stuff, right? So I've been doing this for 20 years, so I have the strategies to get it done. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and you can also live stream it in the Patreon. This is a free event. Anybody can join. Just get a free Patreon account of mine, and you can join and you can participate, and we can have a good time. We can learn together. Okay. And that's what we have coming up, right? Phone Nights is my consulting fee is $100. I'm glad I can help with ideas. I truly appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
And all right, so with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much. It is time to go. I got things to do, people to see, all of that good stuff. So with that being said, Techotroph, we are out. That didn't work right. I mean, I try sometimes. I tried and I failed miserably. Let me do it again. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
Yo, check it. Yeah,
Fort Lauderdale.
that's what's up.
Cruising down A1A, that's the way we play. Fort Lauderdale, baby, every single day. Got the ocean breeze, palm trees swaying slow, where the yacht clubs meet and the good vibes flow.
Beach Street booming, neon lights so bright. Spring break fever from the morning to the night. Sunsets painting orange, red, and gold. Stories of the city got so much to be told. Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, yeah, you're mine.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. From the Intracoastal to the Atlantic shore, this is where we rep and we always want more. La Sola's calling us the place to be. Crystal blue waters, that's home for me. Diving deep in the tropical scene. Cleanest beaches that you ever seen. Sailboats riding high, captain at the wheel. Every night's a party, every day's surreal. Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, yeah, you're mine.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up.
Restaurant Row got the finest cuisine, best sunset spot that you ever seen. From downtown to the beach, it's all paradise. Fort Lauderdale living, yeah, that's my advice.
Windward walls and the culture so deep. Memories we make, memories we keep. Whether you're young or you're old and wise, Fort Lauderdale's the place where dreams come alive. Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, yeah, you're mine.
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up.
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale,
Lauderdale.
Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale,
Where the palm trees grow when the ocean's blue.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, check it, yeah,
Fort Lauderdale,
that's what's up.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, cruising down A1A, that's the way we play. Fort Lauderdale, baby, every single day. Got the ocean breeze, palm trees swaying slow, where the yacht clubs meet and the good vibes flow. Beach Street booming, neon lights so bright. Spring break fever from the morning to the night. Sunsets painting orange, red, and gold. Stories of the city got so much to be told.
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine, state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. From the Intracoast to the Atlantic shore, this is where we rep, and we always want more. Lost soul, lost calling, that's the place to be. Crystal blue waters, that's home for me. Diving deep in the tropical scene, cleanest beaches that you ever seen. Sailboats riding high, captain at the wheel. Every night's a party, every day's surreal.
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, sunshine state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale,
that's what's up. Restaurant Row got the finest cuisine, best sunset spot that you ever seen. From downtown to the beach, it's all paradise. Fort Lauderdale living, yeah, that's my advice. We ain't with walls and the culture so deep. Memories we make, memories we keep. Whether you're young or you're old and wise, Fort Lauderdale's the place where dreams come alive.
Fort Lauderdale, sunshine state dreams, can you feel it?
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, best way of life, that's for real.
Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale,
that's what's up. Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale,
yeah, where the palm trees grow and the ocean's blue.
Fort Lauderdale.